Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nkoli Ogwuru. Actually, fun fact, the full name is Nkolika and it means conversation is better or storytelling. And interestingly, this channel is going to be about a lot of that. Storytelling, conversations, a lot of fun. And I'll tell you more at the end. But before I go there, I just want to share a little bit about who I am so that you would understand the vision behind this channel. So, I won the lottery. Yeah! Well, not the money lottery. I won the US Visa lottery. When I won that lottery, it was a very challenging time in my family financially. We had no money. So we couldn't even buy my ticket. So we had my uncle buy my one-way ticket. Then I had another uncle, husband to my aunt, give me $10. Then I had a friend make me the dress that I wore into the States, and she actually gave me one of her nice shoes because they felt mine wasn't as good to come to America with, right? So imagine all of that. And I came in here. I remember landing at Detroit, and as soon as I landed, I prayed and I said, God, I'm scared. I feel excited. I don't know what to do. I don't have a trust fund. I don't have any money. But I don't want to blow the opportunity you've given me. I know I'm here for a reason. And I came to my uncle's house and I lived with him and his family for a year. A few weeks after I came to the United States, I got my first job with the help of my uncle at Burger King and had very few hours. I was sent home every time. It was slow. I never worked in a fast food place, with my accent and all of that. So then a couple of months after, I got another job at McDonald's. So when I started working at McDonald's, I got more hours. So I felt a little better. I remember I started feeling like, okay, I have a little money. Again, I think it was $4 an hour at the time. 8 months or so into my coming to the United States, my cousin called me. He said, hey, they have openings for a teller at the bank where he worked at the time. So I was like, okay, but I just came from Nigeria. I never worked in a bank before. He's like, you understand math? I know you're smart. You're going to take that exam. You're going to pass. I was like, okay. So I went and I took the exam and I did so well. They called me for an interview. I passed and I started working in the bank as a teller. So that was exactly 8 months. I remember walking into the bank again. After my training at the main headquarters, I was walking into my branch in Cleveland. And one of the things I prayed too, I was like, God, this is going to be like the first real job I'm going to get. And I'm going to meet a lot of people. I'm going to meet the rich, the poor, the middle class. I want to learn everything I can from each of them to help me. Because I had to figure my life out. I had to figure life out by myself. I had never known what credit was. I did not know anything about financial management. I didn't know anything about loans. I didn't know about living alone. I lived with my parents in Nigeria. There was a lot of learning to do. But one thing I know is that I trusted God and I had faith in God. Many times, people see where you are today, but they don't know what you had to survive to get here. There were so many things that happened along the way, but time will not permit me to talk about them. But there are lessons I'm going to share, some teaching points from this short story I told. One is that hope requires action. I just talked about coming to the US with $10 one-way ticket, hope and faith. But I did something. I didn't just say, oh, I'm hoping for a miracle. Yes, miracles do happen. But I had to do something. I had to apply for a job. I had to work. I had to take a test. By the way, by the fall, I came September. By August of the next year, I registered in college. My auntie was going to school. So she exposed me to Cleveland State University. So I registered. I got into Cleveland State University. I remember, let me go there. So when I came, well, by the time I was going into college, computer science was like the in thing. It was 98, 99. So And they said, when you graduate, you make six-figure income. And I'm like, six-figure? Like $100,000? They're like, yeah, people make that. Now, coming from Nigeria, $10, making $4 to I think $8 an hour was what they paid tellers, to 100,000. Like, I was like, I'll do it. So when I registered for computer science. I entered the first class and the coding started. No one told me that this was like over my league, like out of my league for real. I had never touched a computer in my life. The only computer I touched was when I came to the United States, and when I used to live with my uncle, and I was learning how to use it. So, I would go to the basement. When she had homework, she would write it, then I would type it for her. So I learned how to type, I learned how to edit, delete, all of those things. I was just learning on my own because I didn't have money to have anybody teach me. So imagine the faith I had going into school and thinking that was enough to do computer science. Well, I found out that it wasn't as easy as I thought. So I quickly switched to information systems and technology. So there was minimal coding, but I still had the opportunity to make six-figure income. Irony, I didn't like it, but I was thinking about the money. I was working in the bank. I loved people. I loved customer service. I loved sales. I loved interacting with people. I did not like sitting behind a computer coding or checking systems, data and stuff. I liked people. So after that, I graduated in 3 years while working full-time. I go to school in the evenings. I took all summer classes, graduated with honors, Dean's List, Dean's Scholar, National Honor Society. I did not continue with IT because I didn't like it. That was one of the greatest mistakes I made, but I learned from it, right? And I teach people today and say, when you want to make a decision, find out what's driving you. Mine was money. And in the long run, it wasn't for me. Right? So I took all the student loan and studied a degree, did well in it, didn't use it because I didn't want to. It wasn't me. Needless to say, the second point, starting small does not require or mean that you should stay small. What does that mean? Remember where I started from. I could have come in with that mentality, like scarcity mentality. I could have come in with the defeated mentality. But no, I refuse to stay small. I refuse to be a defeated person. I refuse to be poor. I made up my mind that I was going to utilize the opportunity. Remember, my family had nothing. And at the time, they were dependent on me. So I had people counting on me. And I mean extended, because then I was single. I didn't have any husband or children. So I had a why to succeed. A why is critical when you're, having a major life change. Then 3, faith doesn't mean that there's no fear. What faith does, it gives you the strength, the courage to keep moving on. And what you're saying is, what I was saying is, God, I trust you. Even though I'm afraid, I'm still moving. So in different seasons of my life, even up till today, even when I'm scared, I'm telling God, I trust you to help me. I'm going to keep moving. That's what faith is. Number 4, exposure can change your life. Coming to America exposed me to different systems, financial systems, lending systems, credit system, real estate, and so many opportunities I'm taking advantage of today. Finally, I'm going to say, your beginning should not define your future. I'm going to say it again. Your beginning should not define your future, which means how you started today is not your final destination. It's not your final address. So don't say, oh, because I started this way, that's the way my life is going to be. So maybe you're starting over. Maybe you're starting late. Or maybe you're thinking, what I have is not enough. I want to encourage you, do not stop. I want to tell you again, where you're starting from does not define or does not seal where your future is going to go. You can put your faith and your hope in action and move you to the next place. What would I tell my younger self or my 23-year-old self? I would tell my 23-year-old self, Nkoli, you're going to cry, but you're not going to die. I would say to myself, you're going to feel a lot of pain and you're going to feel alone sometimes. But the truth is, God is right beside you. Then I'm going to tell myself, Nkoli, you're going to be stretched, but you're also going to grow. I am going to tell you to write this down. Tell yourself, I am going to start from where I am today with whatever I have today. If anything I've said has resonated with you, I would encourage you to subscribe so that every time I release a video, you set your notification so you get the alert. On this channel, we're going to talk a lot about a whole variety of topics. We're going to talk about wealth. We're going to talk about success. We're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about women and empowerment. We're going to talk about family. We're going to talk about health. Did I say that already? I look forward to going on this journey with you. Thank you, and God bless you.